Poverty, 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 poverty.
Poverty, 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 poverty,
Poverty, poverty, poverty, poverty.
The Declaration of Independence, written in 1776, is an integral piece of history because it describes the ideals that make America, America. All men are created equal, and the unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are all lines many citizens have heard. But what do they mean for the citizens in poverty, the citizens without homes?
Equality and poverty. And so I think it's important for us to recognize there is a genuine debate here, and that is, what portion of our collective wealth and budget are we willing to invest in those things that allow a poor kid, whether in a rural town or in Appalachia or in the inner city, to access what they need, both in terms of mentors and social networks, as well as decent books and computers and so forth, in order for them to succeed along the terms that Arthur discussed. And right now, they don't have those things, and those things have been stripped away. You look at state budgets, you look at city budgets, and you look at federal budgets, and we don't make those same common investments that we used to, and it's had an impact.
According to HUD's Homeless Assistance Program, in 2024, there were 11,600 individuals experiencing homelessness in Raleigh, North Carolina, to which 20% were veterans, 20% were children, 18% were senior citizens, and 10% were youth. It is statistically proven that there isn't enough housing in North Carolina for everyone who doesn't have a home. As of 2023, there are 40,000 people without a home with extremely low income and only 15,000 available homes.
Country, neither will New Jersey. Now here is a plan I have made. A proposal to bring the convention back to its senses. You'll see I've enlarged the revenue powers of the Congress, but maintained the principle of equal representation for every state. I am particularly pleased with this. Your proposition that the executive shall be appointed by the Congress and not by the people.
Yes, and to let the state legislatures continue to appoint the members of Congress.
The poor people of America often struggle to afford basic necessities for survival, such as food, shelter, healthcare, and more. Many rely heavily on government welfare programs such as SNAP and Medicaid, but due to numerous disagreements from both sides of the political spectrum on how much funding should be allocated to these resources, this only hurts the people in poverty more.
But we've gotten into a partisan moment where we substitute a moral consensus about how we serve the least of these, our brothers and sisters, where we pretend that moral consensus is impossible, and we blow up policy differences until they become a holy war. That's got to stop because it's completely unnecessary.
The upper-class people of the United States are typically known to view homelessness as less than or unworthy of help. People who experience homelessness have got themselves there and can get themselves out. If our country were run with the importance of people in mind, rather than money or personal benefit, it would be an exponentially more fair country.
Right now, because our society does not have the will or the desire to ensure that everyone has a safe, affordable place to live. Minimum wage in North Carolina is still $7.25 an hour. And there's no way a person working even 40 hours a week at $7.25 an hour can afford, on average, a 2-bedroom apartment here in North Carolina. There are just not enough homes, whether they're apartments, townhomes, duplexes, etc. There aren't enough units that are deeply affordable for people who are members of our low-wage working class.
The Declaration of Independence famously declares that all men are created equal. But if poverty disproportionately affects people of color over white and Asian people, then how is that equal? Clearly, people of some races are created with fewer dangers than other races. The right to life is another founding principle of America, Yet many homeless individuals do not have access to food, water, and shelter, the very things necessary for living. The right to liberty is being free to pursue and act as one pleases, but generational homelessness forces families into poverty trenches that severely lessens a person's autonomy and makes it nearly impossible to climb out of them.
The pursuit of happiness is not only about being alive and breathing, but about living for what you want. Everyone views happiness differently, but to everyone, happiness is the ability to do what you want. The poor aren't able to be happy while they don't have a roof over their head and food to eat, and society refuses to help the cause.
Obviously, not just breathe, but the right to have a full life, meaning I have all of the basic necessities I need to live with dignity. For me, that includes food, it includes clothing, shelter, community, and meaningful work, right? I think absent those things, we're not really living, right? We're breathing, we're existing, but we're not really living. And the pursuit of happiness, that my work should not be, or my life should not be so filled with this demand for work and production that I don't have the ability, the time, or the resources to enjoy things that make my heart happy.
I think it is a mistake for us to suggest that somehow every effort we make has failed and we are powerless to address poverty. That's just not true. First, the idea that the poor will always be with us and there's nothing we can do, because there's a lot we can do. The question is, do we have the political will, the communal will to do something about it?